Welcome to another episode of Blended Views Unfiltered. This is DeAndre.
This is Nick.
I'm Saya, and I'm on the show with two dickheads.
Why are we gonna be all that?
Wow.
Huh? What's your beef?
I don't have any.
Saya informed us that she lost her V card
What the?
when she went over her friend's house and the heat was turned on during cuffing season.
I
So
never
she came
said
up
that.
out of all her clothes.
I didn't lose my V card at anyone's house.
It was in a car.
It was at a hotel.
That's pretty elegant.
Was better than most people.
Yeah, most people.
Oh, it was prom night.
Oh, nice.
How cliche.
So let me ask you a
Bet
question.
you feel special.
Let me ask you a question. If it was prom night, he got a hotel. Did you not think that was going down? Or
I knew it was
planned?
going down. I wore specific panties for this.
Oh wow.
So y'all talked about it before? Or
Yes.
You just, oh, dang.
Oh wow.
Are you a planner?
As far as what?
Do you plan out every session or?
No.
Did he
But
have on?
it was the first time.
Did he have on the Maxwell song?
No.
Fortunate?
There was
Or
no,
Pretty Wings?
there was no music
No,
playing.
the one they had on 11 basketball. It's women's wear.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah, and that's every girl's dream, even though it never goes down like that.
Yeah.
No.
Most women lose their virginity in the backseat of a car. Or,
Like the Bandit.
April 30th, 2011.
Oh. I don't even know my date.
Well, I only know because it was prom night.
2011.
yeah.
You're only 11 years in.
Yeah.
Respectable.
How was your weekend?
I went to church yesterday.
Excellent. Amazing.
What's the problem?
No problem. I didn't go. I mean,
I did. Dre didn't go either. Don't worry. You got a heathen friend next to you.
I was helping. I
yeah. I
planned on it. I did plan on going, but I ended up helping a friend move. So that's why I didn't go.
yeah.
And I worked the rest of the day. So.
You don't have to explain anything to me. Take that
Hey,
out with the good word.
I'm just
Well, how
saying.
was church? Did you get something out of it?
I did. The
Did you
message
sleep?
was about. I did not go to sleep. I don't do that anymore. Actually, never was a sleeper. I used to play zombie games, like at the old church that I went to
Like
with
when
my
you got
grandma.
prayed for?
Huh?
Like when you got prayed for?
What do you mean?
They lay hands on you and then you start acting like a zombie? Or-
No,
Oh.
I literally used to play zombie games on my phone.
Oh, all right.
Why would I? What is wrong with you?
I remember we used to fake the
a good
Holy
question.
Ghost to get the church going.
What?
Your praise dance.
You just start screaming like a demon coming out of you. Like, yes. It's like, I ain't never do that before.
You're childish.
Hey, before Nick dropped this question, I got a question for y'all. What is the difference between Kanye West White Lives Matter shirt and when you see our fellow brothers and sisters wearing a Gucci shirt or a Balenciaga shirt, Timberland boots? What's the difference between those?
I would just say that one is more blatant.
One is more blatant.
I don't think most people know that those brands have a lot of racist, foundational principles.
Who don't know they do?
I'll be honest with you, up to a couple of years, I didn't know that.
No?
I still wear Timberlands every winter.
I'm definitely still gonna wear my Timberlands.
You said you definitely still go wear? Well, then you might as well go buy a White Lives Matter shirt.
No, I just like.
I'm not in defense of Kanye, but I mean, somebody raised a great point when I seen that. I was like, man, that's a great.
Have y'all looked
analogy.
into the story though?
I have.
What story?
Of why he wore that shirt and Candace Owens and all that stuff?
No, why did they do that?
I didn't follow all the way, Dre. I might need you to spearhead this one. But like the little bit, a couple points I seen is more enough saying like, the black community, we do a lot of killing of our own. He was saying how there's more in New York City, there's more abortions than there are babies being born. He was saying how basically within our community there's a lot more death amongst black people and they say like people only start rallying for Black Lives Matter when the police kill them, but majority of the deaths and stuff happen within our own community. How do y'all feel about that?
I mean, it's true. We don't really hear much about Black Lives Matter when we kill each other. Things are going on until one of them jokers end up taking one of our lives. And then it gets, but a lot of people don't even know that Black Lives Matter was started by white folk.
I thought it was.
Was it really?
Yes.
I thought it was about 3 or 4
thought it
black
was-
ladies.
No, they put them in
I
charge.
thought it was them lesbian atheist women.
Huh?
What, man?
That's what I heard. I mean, I don't.
They put them jokers in charge, but they are not the ones who funded and started the joint.
Wow.
If you do your research, people.
It's actually a documentary coming out by Candace Owens, kind of stating that Black Lives Matter has been stealing money for years. Don't know if it's true or not.
Oh, that came out a couple months ago or
Yes.
earlier this year.
Because they bought like this big crazy house.
Yeah,
Yeah, so she's actually making a documentary going into detail about it.
of course she would.
How do y'all feel about Candace Owens?
I don't know who she is.
I don't like. No, I don't like her too much.
My thing
She's
is
like
this.
she's like a black chick that forgot she was black.
Stacey Dash.
Worse,
She avid. But my thing is like this.
in my opinion.
I'm not gonna
Worse.
say everything she's
Is she
saying is
a
bad.
politician or something? Like, what is
Yeah,
she?
She ain't near. You might as well say she
Yeah,
is.
she's a conservative black woman that's really kind of is really on. Is it the right side or? I don't know. She's like really, excuse me, like a big Trump supporter, a big
huge Trump supporter.
like we have more issues in our hood that we don't talk about. Now, I can't disagree with everything she's saying, but
Not everything, but there are some things where it's like blatant. Like, yo, that's like when it comes to right or wrong, she'll definitely try to make wrong seem right. And it's like, nah, bro, not to support your agenda. It don't make
What's her
sense
name?
at all. Candace Owens.
she'll look her up. Just
And she'll piss you off in the first 10 minutes of listening to her.
now, I'm not mad at everything she say, but like
Not at everything, but there's some, again, there's topics that she talks about, and it's just like you have no freaking idea.
I think that people can put an opinion on black people that live in poverty cities, and they can say what they want. But I think that it's different coming from people that actually grew up there.
Mm-hmm.
All of these people that get all of these opinions and stuff like that, like Candace Owens, I don't know her background, but I wouldn't be surprised if you never actually lived in a poverty city and you make all of these comments and stuff like that. Like a lot of times people have their opinions about like gang members and things of that nature. And what they don't know is like a lot of the younger people that join gang members, they don't have any family.
Right.
So this is the only family that they turn to. And then it's like it's a ugly cycle that goes on in our inner cities that people make comments about and they really don't know what goes on and how that evolution evolves and stuff like that. So it's like I would encourage, people that to go actually, talk to some people that grew up in poverty cities and see how their lives was and what decisions they made based on the circumstances that they grew up in.
Yep.
Before you just start, like you said, like yes, there's a lot of stuff that happens in our city, but I mean, understand that most of them living in a food desert, and there's not a lot of jobs. And I'm not advocating for like drug dealers and stuff like that, but there's reasons why people turn to this to feed their families and stuff like that. But that's a whole nother conversation for another day.
Ultimately, I just think we need to pull all of our resources together and just
Yes.
try
Yes.
to figure out a way to work together to put an end to all of that stuff. So
And we could definitely. The black dollars is powerful.
yeah, but going back to the shirt though, we think about that joint, right? Everybody who kind of like harp on. Now, I'm not always in agreement with Kanye. I always look at it two ways. I always look at it like whenever he does or says something, it's like, well, I put it like this: when he does something, it's like, all right, wait for whatever he's gonna say, so that you can kind of get clarification. Usually, when he leads with just talking, the joke is just he talking reckless and ain't got no sense. But when he does something though,
Shoot the school up.
yeah. But when he does something though, without explanation first, then it's like, all right, what is this dude about to end up saying, or what's going on behind the scenes? And then when it comes out, it's like, all right, the dude kind of he makes some sense.
He said he's been bullied by the black community and he's coming back to shoot the school up.
Oh God, I didn't hear him say that.
Yeah, dude.
He look wild now with that beard and stuff.
Yeah. He 50-50 a lot of times. But with and I'm not in agreement
Definitely
with the shirt,
50-50.
but I'm saying White Lives Matter shirt, but then we always go out and be the first ones in line to get some Gucci or Balenciaga with the black dollar. We saying so it's kind of just like there's no difference really.
What was that brand that they came out with that sweater? That it was something like blackface was on or something like that. Like it was just real blatant. Was it Balenciaga?
I think it was either them or Louis Vuitton.
One of them came out. I can't
with the
remember.
lips.
Yeah,
it was one of them.
I think
Joints.
that was Gucci, wasn't it? Because wasn't that
Well, it
why
may have
they
been
started
Gucci,
like
actually.
boycotting
Yeah,
Gucci for
yeah.
a
It
little
was
bit?
very
Because it was not
blatant.
too long ago.
Yeah.
I think that was Gucci.
Mm-hmm.
that's wild. But like you said, it's really 50-50 with Kanye.
Yeah,
Some
it
stuff he
is.
be saying do make a little sense. I can't agree with no
Yeah,
one
he ain't
talking
all
about
the way
shooting
crazy.
shooting up schools.
I think he need to get clarification with a lot of stuff he say. He be saying stuff. It's almost like clickbait, but he just say it versus you having to click on it. It's like, man, what is this dude talking about? And then you got to tune into all of his nonsense to actually like kind
listen
of
to
get
the
the
full
message.
conversation.
He exhausts me. I can't.
Dude off the chain, man. What you got for us though, Nick?
Oh, so I got a question, and we was talking a little earlier, so I'm gonna go back to talking to Sayo about it. So the question would be, if you told you don't have a significant other at the moment, so we're gonna use a family member. If you told a family member you love them, do you expect a response in return?
Yes.
Okay, but you know that they love you, whether they say yes or no, right? Or whether they say I love you back, right?
I guess, yeah.
So would you say that you telling them you love, is that conditional on if they tell you they love you back?
No, because if you don't say it back, it's not stopping me from loving you. But why would you not say it back?
They don't have to.
Why? If you love me and I say I love you, why wouldn't you say it back? You say I know they love me. Why wouldn't you say you love me back if you love
But
me?
why do I need to tell you? So if my wife told me I love her,
And you're just like, yeah, how's the weather outside?
I would say thank you. I would say thank you. I'm accepting your love.
And I hope she slaps the hell out of you.
But why does her giving me her love is conditional based on me saying I love you back?
I don't think it's conditional because if you're not saying it, she's not going to stop loving you or be like, okay, I don't love you anymore. So it's not conditional based on that. But it's just like, what is your reason for not saying it back?
Because I love you. At the moment, I might not say it back.
Why? You have no reason for, if you know I love you, I do love you. All right, Nick, love you.
So that brings me to my point. Do you guys think that too many times we do things for people under the conditions of expecting a return?
Yes,
Some people are like that.
the majority of people are like that.
And why do we do that? There's too many times of favors, of lovable actions or stuff. Why do we do things with the mindset of this is under the condition of you have to do something back for me?
I don't know why. I really don't. And there's a lot of people that are like that too. Like I'm not like a friend that counts favors. Mm-hmm. I hate stuff like that. Like, oh, well, I just did this for you. Or remember when I did, like, no, why do you do that?
I think as a society, we need to get to the point where if we're going to do something for somebody, do it because you want to do it without any expectation of that person. So if, like, for example, if you're going to loan somebody money, it's almost better to loan them money that you don't expect it to come back. Even if we said that, yeah, you're going to repay me, but how much more of a situation you'll be if you loan money that you absolutely need and that person can't pay you back? Opposed to like, I'd rather just tell you, even if I got it, but I know that I need this with no expectation, I don't have it to give, I'd rather just give it to you than because how many friendships was lost because you gave a part of your rent money and with the expectation, you're going to pay me back. And if something happens and then it's just like, man, you didn't jack me up.
Yeah.
Opposed to like just saying, even if I have it, but I know I need this, I don't have it. It's almost better to do something like I heard a person say, and I agree with them. I don't think I'll ever help anybody move again because that's not a payment I want to give back. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh, I heard that recently too.
I don't know if I'm like after I heard that, I think that I don't know if I'm ever gonna help anybody else move.
Yeah. Because
I'm not I hate moving. I hated that I moved myself. I'd rather have paid somebody, but I'm not in a position that I will ever want to help you move. I'll pitch in money I'll go in on a pot to pay for the movers, but before I come and help again. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't. Moving's not really fun.
But how do y'all feel about it? Let's have a why is that in our society? Why do people give with the expectation or the conditioning?
I don't know. People just have like a mindset of like, what can another person do for you? It's like a selfish type of I feel like a lot of people don't do things like pure hearted anymore. Like it's always another agenda, or it's always like, what can I get out of this? What can you do for me? It's never like pure like, oh, I just did that, just because, or just because like I'm that type of individual. People don't do stuff like that anymore. And you'll find like very few that are like legit, just like, I'm not looking for you to give me nothing back. Like, you fine, you got it. But a lot of people, that's not really how the world is nowadays. It's like selfish, and everybody's trying to get what they can get, no matter how it is, how they get it. They just trying to get it. Get me. Got me.
So let me ask you this: as a woman, would you feel like if you came across a dude that's just really like a giving person, would you be a little questionable about like, what do you want? What do you want from me? Like, what if you found a man that's just giving like he takes you out, does everything right? Do you think that in his mind is like, okay, I got to smack after all of this I'm doing? Does that go through women's mind? I'm looking at you like you're a woman.
I feel like, yeah, it does, because like nowadays, like that's the mindset. Like, oh, I'm about to do this. Look at you, even got dudes that are like, it's expected. I watched this video a few months ago, and this dude had like flew this girl out. He took her out to dinner. He was bragging about, oh, I got you crab legs, blah, blah, blah. Took her shopping and all of this. Then they got back to the hotel room, and she was like, I'm not fucking you. And he pulled out his phone and was recording her and dogging her, like throwing her stuff, telling her like, get this bitch out of here, blah, blah, blah. Like, why would you not? And it's just like, half of the comments was, she doesn't owe you anything. Like, you should have, that's your fault. Like, she don't owe you anything. And then the other half of the comments was like, well, why do you think he didn't expect for him to, smack? He done wined and dined you, bought you this, bought you crab legs. At the end of the night, you're supposed to be putting out. So it's just like, I feel like that definitely goes to a female's head, because that's what the mindset is of like a lot of, not even just guys, but a lot of people, like they're looking for something in return.
Yeah, I think that's the society we live in. I don't know how that is nowadays. I haven't dated in some years. It's
even outside of dating. It even goes to like friendships. Like, I don't know. I'm the type of person, like I said, I don't keep tabs. I'm not a keep tab type of friend. Like, I'm not marking in the book, oh, well, I paid for this, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know. Like, today at lunch, like me and the girl I work with, like, that's like, we hang tough, like at work and stuff. So we were supposed to be going to lunch at the same time. At the last minute, like she had to go after me. So we was getting lunch from the same place. So I'm just like, I'll grab your stuff or whatever. She's like, just tell me how much it was. And I'm like, it's cool. Like, I got it, whatever. I'm not looking for her to, oh, well, you gonna buy me lunch tomorrow? No, like I genuinely did that on some like, it's cool. I got you. Here go your lunch. Enjoy lunch. Peace out. See you later. So I don't know. Like, a lot of people aren't like that. It's always like what can I get out of you, or what can you do for me type of mentality. And that sucks, because like, where's the genuine, like, I just, I don't need nothing back. Like, I'm not expecting nothing from you.
Yeah, we do need to start moving to that type of, I feel like I don't know if it's just this generation. But,
God, no. It's definitely not just this generation, because I know like older people like that.
Yeah, I think it's that could be a generational thing too. I know somebody that I've been over like family dinners, and because I guess generations before that, they was kind of like poor, so they was really like cautious about the food. Like, they were like, only so much food can go out. People now, like, that mindset has traveled over generations, and so now like people will go make their plate while making a to-go plate at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like going. It's like that's the mindset, like that whole family. So it's like anytime we will go over there, it's like, man, y'all better get over here fast, because ain't gonna be nothing left. And that's just like a mindset of like, there's more of a taker's mentality than a giver's mentality these days.
Even something as small as that, food, but they don't need, like, you don't even realize like that plays into a bigger part. Like, you making a plate and then making a to-go plate so you can make sure, like, oh, versus like, this person ain't even ate yet. And it's something as small as food, like how it goes down to something as small as food, but it really comes from like a bigger like mentality. Like you said, it's always like a take, and nobody's
You know what I
like,
personally believe? I personally believe with that mindset, you can never be rich. I feel like a person that looks at, like, let's just say food, like you don't have an abundance mindset. Like you don't have a mindset that's like, we can go make some more food, or like we can just bring more food so we don't have to feel like we gotta take all this stuff. But I feel like if you have that mindset, like you can never reap the blessings of wealth, I believe, because there's a lot of things that go into that. Like if you feel like there's a limited supply of, let's just say, food, then that goes back to like your mindset on money. I don't want to spend all that money on this and that and this and that. So if you don't even spend money on, like, for food, how can you spend money on an investment? How can you have the mindset of spending to make more, you know? So I feel like it could all go back to a rabbit hole. That's why there's a lot of people that never become wealthy, because you have that limited mindset. You have more of a taker's mentality than a giver's mentality.
you know, it's crazy. When it comes to some food, I'm gonna buy it and I'm gonna eat it. But if I'm like shopping or something, and as soon as I get to the checkout page, and it's like shipping $6.99, fuck it, put the cart back.
Oh, heck no. You talking about like clothes?
Put the cart back. I don't need it. Fuck all of this. I don't need it. Cancel the entire order. Cancel it.
Nah, yeah, I'm the same way when it comes to clothes and stuff like that. Second I ring out, if that price ain't what I thought it was.
No, but I'd be like, you know what?
Yeah.
I don't even need to be spending this money.
That's why I don't ever DoorDash. You order
DoorDash can go straight to hell.
You order something that costs no more than $10. I get to
Delivery fee,
delivery, give them to
taxes.
$35. Like, what the hell?
Sad. They ain't got the nerve to ask, you want to tip your driver?
I never tip them. You tip these nuts. I'm already paying a lot of money. I tip them like $1 or $2, and that sounds bad, but it's like, God, dog, tip them out of the delivery fee. Like, y'all cleaning up DoorDash.
Because why
What
is
is the delivery
why is
fee?
it that their tip? The delivery fee. Why is that not your tip? You're delivering it to me. I'm paying for this. Why am I tipping you on top of a delivery fee?
The same reason that you tip a waitress.
Do they have a delivery fee for bringing me my food?
That's the tip. I mean, they're getting paid their wage, but you still tip them based on the service. So if your driver gets there, I mean, you know, when people don't get their food
I just
delivered
feel like
to them.
the specific delivery fee should go to them.
Yeah, I think a waiter, she does a lot more. This joker just picking up food and dropping it off. You know, tip the bus boys.
I kind of look at it the same way. I mean, tip.
Well, let me just say this.
Don't be that person.
Let
You
me
don't
just say
tip your
this.
driver.
Huh?
Do you tip your driver?
Sometimes.
Let me just say this. That's why I don't DoorDash a lot, because I don't.
And I also don't use DoorDash. Like,
Uber Eats?
barely.
Oh,
No, I'm
so
talking
you
about
do
the
use it.
entire
so
thing.
you do use it.
I don't use any of those services for that very reason. I don't want to tip, so
So
let me
y'all
just.
only tip sometimes.
I don't get it that much.
But you do.
I probably had
but you don't use
DoorDash
it.
literally like 5 times my entire life.
And out of the 5 times you tip
Probably twice.
trash.
I probably had
maybe
DoorDash
3.
one time this year, and I didn't
this
tip 'em.
year.
I promise, I don't do it.
And why didn't you tip them?
Cause man, it's hard for me to tip you when my burrito at Chipotle was $10. I check out at $25.
I ain't got nothing to do with that driver though.
So with that $15, if he ain't getting a part of that, then that ain't got nothing to do with me.
You ain't getting a part of that. That's what I'm saying.
He need to go get another job.
Who is
man.
getting the delivery fee?
Yes.
So part of it goes to the driver, part of it goes to
The company?
Hold on for a second. I
trifling.
see where you going with this. You in the delivery business.
yeah.
What are you delivering?
I forgot about that. I do tip him sometimes.
And this cat lying.
You know what? Second thought.
I tip him a couple
in there.
times.
Cat lying, man.
Now
So
wait.
the driver. Listen, the driver. Do you guys think that it's fair that the driver has an expectation of a tip?
I don't know. When I used to do what's the grocery
Instacart?
Instacart. I never thought about a tip. It felt good when I got tipped though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
But sometimes when you get that large order or some complications, you get there and they just look at you and be like, "Thanks." You ain't never walked back cussing them out.
well, now Instacart a little different. Now that's some BS. The large orders.
See, and they didn't tip you. When they don't tip you, you didn't care.
That was a little different.
No, how is it different? It's the same thing.
Man, it's the same thing when a person order 10 cases of water, and they want them put. I gotta literally go pick them up, put them in my car, and take it to your house, and you want to put on a shelf. Opposed
You
to
go in their house?
they open the garage.
Oh.
Opposed to you walking up to Chipotle, you grab my bag, put it and just drive to my house. Then I gotta walk to your car.
No, you can do the
They be at the car like this, just holding it.
Not all of them.
The couple times this
Who
year,
is doing that?
the people that ordered it for me,
You go into their car?
they sit at the driveway. I gotta
I'm
go grab
definitely
it.
not tipping you if I got to come out to your car.
Well, that's different.
Like, no.
That's different.
Because what are you doing?
That's different. But the driver has an expectation of.
I don't think that's bad if they have
Of
an
a tip,
expectation of
yeah.
a tip.
So they get unfulfilled expectations all the time.
Don't we all?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Support your driver.
See,
Support your local driver, your Uber Eats driver,
see, this is the thing.
your
I agree-
DoorDash.
I agree with you. That's why I just don't use the service that much.
and that's the right thing to do.
I just,
If you're
instead of
not
me
gonna-
cheating you,
Yeah.
I might as well go pick it up myself because I just don't feel like the value of a DoorDash. Now, what you do is a little different. So I ain't talking about you. Don't take it personal. But a DoorDash,
What?
yeah, I heard what she said.
What did Joker just say?
I didn't say anything. You,
I ain't gonna- I can't
DoorDash
repeat
is- Keep talking.
The DoorDash
Now
is a
listen
little
back
different.
to this. If I see something, I'll come looking for you.
She snuck that one in.
Listen.
I got another topic too.
Wait,
How did we get from saying I love you to DoorDash?
Well, because the I love you was just a question because I think too many times we say, hey, I love you. And then we wait for them to say I love you back. And then we be mad if they don't say it back. But
With my friends and family, if I was like if I'm leaving or something, I'm like, all right, see y'all later, love y'all. And if they don't say, I said love you. Yes, I'm expecting
Do you agree
a
or
return.
do you disagree that a lot of times the response of I love you is just kind of like we're just saying it out of just like habit. Not
Quite
because,
possibly, but
not
still
because
say
we,
it.
Not because we mean it. It's just habit. Like,
But I'm not saying
I love you too.
Like a
So
person.
what happens when we're actually just honest and it's just like, I probably don't love you today. So
say
thank you.
anyway.
Thank you.
No.
So we can't respect one's
she's
No.
a prime
feelings?
example.
Thank
Her
you.
Say
love,
it anyway.
See, don't tell me you love me. Because
Some man this weekend told me he loved me after I made him a drink. I know that wasn't
was drunk.
genuine. No, he wasn't. It was his first drink. He came up, I made him a drink, handed it to him. He's like, thanks, you're great. Love you. And I said, love you too.
actually,
I
let me
didn't
stop.
mean that.
Let me stop there. How do y'all feel about when random people like say, some people just, like you said, some people just say, hey man, I love you. And I just sit there like, I don't play with those love yous. I don't just give them out. I don't just give them out.
It depends on the person.
It
Because
ain't a
what?
business
Some people
card.
they're just genuinely just like nice people and their outlook on life is just super positive and that's just who they are.
I'll tell you an example. In my mastermind group, we all got together at our in-person meeting and everybody was hugging, love you. I love you guys. And I'm sitting there, I'm one of maybe 3 black people. And you know what? I just felt so loved. I said, love you too. Because I just felt so, we all hugging each other.
Did you mean
It's the
it?
first time I met these people.
Oh, did you mean it?
I did because I felt loved. Like they giving me this one of my guys. His name is Ben. He about 6'6". The way he grabbed me, you ever get hugged
He
by a dude that's
embraced-
taller
he
than you?
embraced-
You grabbed
you.
his waist.
You grabbed his waist.
You was on his waist. How tall
Well,
are you?
he can't be
I'm
on
only
his
5'9".
neck.
Yeah, it was weird, but I felt
Was
Was
love.
it a
grabbing them
two-hander or
cheeks.
one hand?
No, he just
I felt love. That's my
Tree hugging.
man's. But I say that to say, Peach people, they are more loving. We'd get around, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm bad on this because I don't say I love you to my people. I say much love. I do say I be like much love. I need to start saying I love you. But I will give it. Peach people, they say love you a lot more, and they're real lovable people. Not all of them, but the ones that I encounter. But I fall victim of saying much love, brother, much love, brother. And that's me being scared to just open up and show my emotions as a man and say, you know what, I love you, brother. If this is the last time I see you, Nick loves you.
Yeah, much love, Nick.
So do you guys? So basically, what we're saying, what I hear you saying is that we should begin to start loving without expectation.
Yes.
Yes.
Not-
But
no,
if I
not-
say
not
love
her.
you, say
Not
it back.
you.
No,
Talking
no,
about
no.
some
If I say
yes.
love you, say love me back.
That's what.
I don't care about
It has
none
an
of you talking
attachment.
about.
It has an attachment to
Attach
it.
it to me then. Say
Listen.
love me back. That's so mean.
If you
I don't care if you don't love me that day. You better act like you do and fucking say it. If I ever leave out of here and say, all right, love y'all, and I don't hear I love you too or love you too, Sayo, I'm flipping all this shit over in here.
What if we say much love?
Don't much love me. Did I
Blessings
much love
to you?
Bless these balls. Did I blessings to you?
I'm a much love back, much love.
Try it.
You gotta let these attachments go.
And I'm not.
You gotta just start loving people.
Anything attached to love,
I don't care about
means there's
nothing
no
y'all
love at
talking
all.
about.
Okay, so just stop.
No.
But you know what? This is the same thing with support. You can't support with an expectation either.
You sure can't.
But the majority of people do.
Yep,
I came to support you, and it's like, why don't support me at all? If you have an expectation, don't come and support me.
Yeah, I agree.
You should be doing that because you love me or because you want to see me win and succeed. Just come and support me.
But if it get to a point to where it's like I'm always supporting you and you can't even reciprocate that back in even the smallest sense.
Don't support with expectation. There is nothing attached.
But it's not even
You love attachments, I'm seeing. I'm learning that about you. You love attachments.
No, I don't.
Because at some point, you got to... Here's the thing. We love placing blame on other people. It's your fault if you keep going back to support then, if that's the case.
You know what?
If
You're
you
absolutely right.
If you have an expectation to get something from somebody, that's no matter if it's love or support, and your expectation is there, it's your fault that you continue to go back.
Because at any point in time, I can stop.
Exactly.
You're right. Conversation over.
But the thing about it is if you really stop and think about it, all of our hurt that we ever encounter from a person is all because of our expectation that we put on them.
Yes, that's how you get disappointed.
You get disappointed because you expect another person to do something that they failed to hold up their end of the bargain.
Or you're expecting a you out of other people.
Right.
That's one of people's biggest issues.
Yes,
true.
you're expecting
expecting people to do what you do.
Yes.
And most people don't.
Leads to the
most people can't.
Yep.
A lot of people, and then a lot of
No,
people...
most people won't.
No, some can't, bro. Listen, I've encountered some people now over the years, and some people, they like the idea of doing what you do or doing what they see other people do, and it's like, man, I could do that if you bring it out of me. And it's like, why do I have to bring it out of you though? If I have to bring it out of you, then that means it ain't in you to begin with.
Yeah.
And if it's super hard for you to do it, and then you have to blame other things on it, then that means that it's just not you. Maybe something has to happen in order for you to get to that place, but it just ain't in you.
I'll tell you this is a great episode. If there was more like, you guys are not in relationships. I'm the only married one. But in a marriage or in a married household, don't do things, bless you. Don't do things, if you're going to cook, then just cook because you love and you want to do this for your family.
Yeah.
I didn't hear what he said.
He said I coughed.
Oh, I thought you sneezed. You never know nowadays.
It's okay. Bless me anyway.
Blessings. You just didn't want
Not
blessings
you.
earlier.
Not
now
you.
all of a sudden.
Amen.
So what did you say about cooking in the house?
I was saying, if you have a woman and she cook, don't cook with the expectation, I'm doing this so he can do this.
Right.
Just do it because you want to do it out of the love for your husband and your family.
Mm-hmm.
Vice versa. As a
Keeping
man,
tabs.
don't sit around here and do stuff. Don't do stuff for your woman thinking that, I'm going to get something after this. No. Just do it because you want to do it for your household. Don't take a girl, dude. Stop taking girls out thinking you're going to get some at the end.
Yeah.
If you want some at the end, huh?
Do you do that?
I've never done that.
It's so say you take Shushu out, and from the beginning of the day, you just listen. You bring your.
I think it's different for married folk.
No.
Because he's married.
So I don't care.
So he can
said
have that
no.
mindset. He can actually have that
He
mindset.
said don't have any
But
expectations.
y'all know me better being on this podcast. I be tired when I don't care. I'll be honest with you. I get home and we can go kill it. We'll have sex tomorrow morning. That'd be better for me. Because tonight, let me just go to sleep and I'll wake up and give you some good loving when I got full energy. If she expects something that night, it's probably going to be trash. To be honest with you.
That's terrible.
Bro, listen,
What time do you go to bed?
9.
So anything, if Shushu start rubbing on you around 10 to
Well, we
30.
already know the answer to that. That joker go.
Let me tell you something.
That joker go pass out after he rubbed back on her.
Let me tell you something. Like I told my wife, she got 2 options. I could be that cat that's slaying it all hours of the night. But I cannot get up and work a hard shift and go do what I need to do as a businessman and as a worker and stuff like that if you think I'm going to be slinging pipe all night.
So she got to take either or.
You want me to do that and be broke, or you want to have a man that got a couple successful things under his belt, but you're going to have to get this a couple times a month.
Oh, dang, bro. That's it? Wait a minute.
I'm exaggerating. Once or twice a week. on weekends. Yeah. I'm trying to listen. In my life, when you get married, you gotta space it out some for real. Because if you do it all the time, you gonna.
I was married before. I ain't spaced nothing out. It was go time at all times. I don't know what this joker. He just tired, and I was in my 20s. So I mean,
if you'd have spaced it out some,
for what?
You still be there.
Negative. Negative.
Sometimes, listen. Let me tell you something. I went weeks in straight. Sometimes I gotta say, you know what? We gotta space it out. Give us a little bit of like, we gotta miss each other a little bit. It's the same thing, like, you know, if you see each other every day and it's like you get tired of seeing each other. It's the same thing with the kitty. You gotta miss that kitty. You gotta miss what it feels like.
That's what work is for.
I think what Dre's saying is, you don't miss it enough.
Yes. Whatever we need to do to boost this testosterone, you just let me know. We get you together now.
Listen,
get this energy up.
My wife
need some B12.
I need BC. I satisfies my wife now. She's a satisfied woman. Now, just cause I ain't gonna fool off. Now I know how to get her there fast.
You got a what?
I know how to get her there fast.
You go to all right, go from 1 to 2 times a week to at least 3 to 4. Or 2 to 3, baby steps.
I can do that.
All right.
Also, man, like, I try to do my best. I try to give. I don't want to just start giving her because it's out of habit. I don't want to make it like it's a chore. I want to be sporadic, and when I do give it, I want to be, full throttle.
I will give it to her sporadically throughout the day.
I don't see her throughout the day.
Well, take a lunch break and go see her.
Listen, I work outside. I be sweaty and stuff. I gotta
give her that sweaty meat.
I can't do that now. I can't do that now. I don't even like to touch myself after work. I gotta take a shower before I pee.
I would make if I was me, I'd be sitting in that truck for at least the first 4 hours and make my workers do everything. And be like, hey, I'm saving this for my wifey on lunch.
I'm almost there.
Got a nooner I got to get to.
Got a nooner?
That's what they call it, a nooner.
Oh, man.
What?
That afternoon delight. Give her a piece of the afternoon delight. You'll be cool, man. But don't do nothing to where it becomes, an expectation of you, though.
I don't like to be routine. I like to, space a little bit out. Make her want me, make her miss me, make me miss her, and then when we do, it's great.
We'll talk off.
I let that build back up.
We'll talk off the show. I got some stuff for you.
Listen, I don't know, man. This works for us. I don't know what she said.
I was about to say, is she gonna say the same thing?
I don't know. She tell you? She said she didn't tell you that now. Okay, we're gonna wrap this episode up. It's like, nah. But back to what we were saying. We got to stop giving out of expectation. We need to start just giving out of the kindness and the courtesy of our hearts. We need to stop being people. We need to stop being takers and begin to be givers. I think the world will be better. I think the world will be a better place if more people will be givers instead of takers. That's how I feel. So give, people. Give delights.
What are you willing to give?
What?
What are you willing to give?
Don't talk to me like that. What do you mean?
We'll speak from the relationship. You're seeking a significant other right now. Sayo's birthday is next week, so anybody that's
7 days.
willing to come and help her celebrate without being paid for, it's free. What's free? Coming to help you celebrate. So we ain't got to pay nobody to come in.
Oh.
She paid for it now, so.
I'm so confused.
Her birthday is this weekend. We got to get Sayo.
It's not this weekend.
It's early next week, but we're celebrating this weekend. So we got to get Sayo. Got to get her a man.
Yeah.
This is getting real pitiful.
Let's just all put it on the rose.
I ain't putting it on that.
I don't want a rose.
Rolls Royce.
No, you're not talking about that. I don't want that.
So, I'm going to bring somebody to the party.
Yeah, shoo.
I'm going to bring a secret guest. If you like him, if he catches the eye, then just give me a wink. If he ain't feel, I just tell him, just get at
I'm
him.
gonna bring somebody too. I got somebody for you.
They don't know that we're doing this. I'm just gonna invite
Yeah.
them to a party, and if you say, "Hey, he's cute," then I'm gonna say, "Hey, I want to introduce you to my friend Sile."
No expectations.
No expectations.
No strings attached. Just
If he catches your eye, then I'll say, "Hey, this is my friend Sile," and then you can take it from there.
Or he can take it from
Or
there.
he can take it from there. That's better, yeah. How's that? What do you think about that idea? But if you tell me off the gate, like, nah, he ain't it, then I won't tell him nothing. I'll just say, hey, enjoy yourself. This food costs $30.
You good with that?
So bring 30.
You good with that, Sile?
I can't take either of you serious because I feel like we've had this conversation before, and then the prospect that you showed me, it was foolish, and you both knew it was foolish. Which one of you presented the Chinese man, or said something
I
about the
presented the
Chinese?
That was me because I felt.
Yeah,
I thought it was very fitting.
No, you
The
didn't.
reason I felt like it was fitting was because you said you were open to the idea of, a Chinese guy.
I don't recall saying that.
My thing is this. I'm going to bring a person that I feel is going to suit you. I might
And
not.
what if he's Chinese?
That's what I'm saying. If I feel that he's going to be a good person,
Yeah.
sometimes the best looking person ain't the best person.
That's true.
I didn't say it was.
So you can't. So what we're saying is, if I'm going to show you a person, maybe you may not think.
All right,
he's
bring
that
the
cute.
Chinese man. Come on.
Bet. Why you go slap me? You just said bring him.
Mine ain't
Bring him.
Chinese. I ain't gonna tell you. I don't want you to have no expectations. Just know, I'm not joking. He's gonna be a good, outstanding citizen.
Can you take his help?
You didn't answer the question that Dre asked.
Yeah.
What are you willing to give?
Yeah. What are you willing to give?
And then I said, as far as what? And then somehow we got
relationship.
on this. Oh,
Life, to family, to anything. What are you willing to give?
well, if we're talking about relationship, time, I feel like that's one of the biggest things that needs to be given. Wow, this is a good question.
Are you willing to give up you for we? And not we as in,
I was about to say that's a
Plus,
touchy one.
are you-
Most females will jump down your throat for that.
I don't know why.
Don't give up. Don't get yourself up, sis.
No, I don't think he means like that. I think he means like the
You have to give yourself up. And
wait.
not,
When you say give yourself up, do you mean like change like who I am for this person, or give
I
myself
mean,
up?
like-
I was like, I like being by myself, but
I mean,
now
like
it's-
everything that you like to do, you have to take in consideration of another person.
Yes.
There's no more me, there's we.
Yes,
Like when you're coming home and you're hungry, there's no more I'm going to go stop and pick up something to eat. Now
picking up
is
food
I
for
need to
us.
see what he wants.
yes.
You have to give yourself away. Now, I'm not saying like literally become a slave to a relationship. I'm not saying that. But you do have to sacrifice a me mentality to a us mentality.
I'm fully aware of that. I say all the time, like one of the
I'm
biggest
not saying
things I
about you. I'm
want
just talking about when Dre said women.
is for my person to be considerate of me. And then when I say that, like you literally have to consider a whole other person, their feelings, their time, their stuff as small as that. What am I? No, Sile, what are we going to eat? My bed at nighttime? You know?
You willing to give that up, or give?
Yeah.
What else are you willing to give? Time, your bed.
I think that what I don't think. I feel like I'm at a point to where I'm ready to like give my vulnerable self to a person, because I don't feel like that I've completely done that. And then especially with like this growth that I've had into this, I don't like newer version, like improved version of myself. I'm ready to be vulnerable with another person and not feel like I always got to be like, oh God, walking around being Miss Tough all the time and, you know, brick pants and all of that. I don't want to be that no more. Oh my God.
What is brick pants?
Like it's so tough, like a brick wall. Like just,
Oh, I don't know.
I don't want to
never
no
heard that
more.
saying
Like I want to
before.
put it down. I'm not saying like put baggage or unload, but I don't want to be so like, you know, feel like I have to be tough all the time. Like a
You feel like you're an alpha woman?
feminine. No.
You feel like you carry a lot of masculine traits?
Sometimes. Some people like to describe me as like aggressive sometimes, but I don't think I'm aggressive. Have you guys gotten aggressive from me?
Sometimes.
Why?
I don't look at you as aggressive. I think that we joke around a lot.
I wouldn't say aggressive.
Yeah, I think we joke around a lot. I don't think
people
that
describe me
in a
sometimes
relationship
as
you'll be a man, an alpha woman that kind of run the show.
No, I don't want that. I want to be like the softie.
That's good.
Like I want to have a long day and I just I want my boyfriend like that.
Most men
I
don't
want
want
it to
that
feel like
alpha
home.
woman, man. I don't know why this new age woman that feels like I don't need a man. Don't nobody want that really.
No, I don't want that. Like I legit want you to feel like home for me, like my safe place. Like I want it to be like I don't want to go nowhere else. Like I just want to go and we ain't even got to talk. I just want to be in your presence.
Are you willing to learn how to cook?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's the real question. Don't
Yes.
care. Forget all that time and vulnerability stuff. You need to learn how to cook.
Okay. All right. Can y'all buy me a cookbook?
More than just hot dogs.
I don't even cook hot dogs because I don't eat those.
We're gonna get her a cookbook.
I want like a black cookbook. Like, don't give me no Martha Stewart cookbook.
I got one. I bought one last week.
Can I have it?
Yeah.
Is it like
It's really good.
And we're gonna hold you accountable to some of those meals at our next gathering.
okay?
Not just plates.
Yeah, stop doing that.
For what? First of all, I'm the most vital piece of this puzzle when it comes to a gathering. Without me, there's no me.
You know, let's talk about that for a second. Because I'm sick of the plate and cup person.
I don't
You
know
text the
why, because
group,
that is me. I'm an
But
opt
you
for
can't cook.
plasticware.
But you said that already, so I'm okay with that. But you ever text a group and getting together, and you get that one person that's always volunteering to bring some goddamn paper products?
What is the problem with that?
Because that's the cheapest thing on the menu. Have you ever
it
made
really?
mac and cheese? The mac and cheese that y'all love that Shamar makes, yeah, this is so good. That stuff is expensive. Now we could make some Velveeta and just put a couple cheeses in there. Then y'all won't get the same
But
flavor.
then you can also add drinks to the paper plate person.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you. A person that say I'm going to get paper plates, paper cups, all this stuff, plus drinks, ice and stuff like that. I'm cool with that person.
Yeah.
But we all know that person. Whereas what we bringing? I got the paper products. We all know that person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Call them out.
Sile.
Say.
I call myself out. Any chance I get, I'm going to be. But I'll also bring drinks and stuff like that. So I'm not just strictly like, I'm only bringing paper products. No.
Sometimes I hate.
But I'm not bringing.
I hate when people, oh, Shamar, you got the mac and cheese. We gonna make some deviled eggs.
She makes good mac and cheese. That's a compliment.
I know that's cool.
We all want Dre's pound cake and that
But
rotel.
do we ever take in consideration that pound cake is expensive?
Is that pound cake
I
expensive?
don't know if it is or not.
Not really.
We want Dre's pound cake.
But it'd be that person. No, this is my thing. It'd be that I'm cool with asking Dre, hey, can you do a pound cake if we're gonna do mac and cheese? It's kind of like an equal value. But I ain't saying, hey, Dre, can you make pound cake? I'll bring the deviled eggs. That shit costs $12.
But I'm also even cool with like, cause me and like my group of friends, like if we know, well, we don't do it as much anymore now, but like if we know like we're planning like a gathering or something like that, and one specific person makes something real good, we'll chip in on it because we all want that, and it's not just falling on that person.
No, I'm cool. Listen, this is what I'm saying. I'm cool with making that. Don't get me wrong. If we all chip in on that type of stuff. But I'm saying I don't like when the person in the group chat volunteers somebody to make that when they're making something that is like, I'm gonna make some baked beans or some green beans. Goddamn green beans right out of a can cost you no more than $10.
And then if you put the meat in it and the potatoes,
Now that's a little
adds up.
different. But we know that
Who was just making plain green beans with nothing in it? Nah,
I
like
know plenty of people.
that's
that do that.
disgusting. I'm not even eating it if it don't got meat in it.
I know plenty of people that do that.
No.
And gathering is something else. People always want that buffalo dip. Buffalo dip expensive too, low key.
I just want some. Can you make rotel dip actually?
When?
I don't know. Whenever you're feeling spicy.
Okay, sure.
What's the takeaways on this episode?
We ain't got no takeaways. We just getting up out of here. I got a takeaway. Listen, expectations. We all as a people need to start viewing our takeaways as like a strainer. You know when you dip the noodles into a strainer and the water is out, but it holds the noodles in. Expectations. Listen, just sometimes with these expectations, some stuff you're going to get back. Majority of the stuff you're going to lose, though. So start viewing expectations like a strainer. because you're not always going to get what you expect in return. So just reevaluate what you have expectations on and who you have expectations with. That way you can live a stress-free, drama-free life.
Expectations is the first stop on the road to disappointment.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Can't disagree with you guys. That was agree with both of you guys' takeaway.
Positive memories. Play the moments. Stop the pain. Keep the happiness on repeat. Peace.
Peace.
What's up?
BVU fam, we just wanted to take the time to thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of Blended Views Unfiltered.
Because you know we love y'all.
And we miss y'all too.
Thank you for your support.
And we want you to take time out of your busy day and go check out our TikTok, our Instagram, and our Facebook. And for those of you who are not listening or watching on YouTube, go to our YouTube channel and subscribe.
And we also got, listener letters. So if you guys ever have a question that you want us to address, if you ever just want to write in and say, you know what, Nick, your hair is always on point, or Big Mama is so funny, or Special K is so crazy, or that Dre always getting at the
Who
women.
is Special K?
Special K is crazy. But you can write us at info@blendedviewsunfiltered.com. That is info@blendedviewsunfiltered.com.
And always remember,
Play the moments.
Positive memories.
Stop the page.
and keep the happiness on repeat. Peace.
Peace out.
Peace.